right, my goal here is to find an equation of a line that is perpendicular to the line given but goes through a specific point. So the first thing I need to do is look at this piece and find my slope. So I'm going to subtract 7, and when I do that, I get 5x minus 7, and I'm just going to put the y on this side because it's helpful for me. So I know the slope right now is 5. So my new slope is going to be m equals -1/5, and it needs to go through the point -1, -2. So I'm going to use the point slope equation, but the modified version of this equation. So y equals m x minus x1 plus y1. So when I plug in the given information, I get y equals -1/5 x minus -1 plus a -2. So I don't need this plus sign, and this becomes a plus. So when I distribute this, I'm going to get -1/5 x minus 1/5 minus 2. So my final solution here is y equals -1/5 x minus 11/5. I highly recommend using a calculator to add -1/5 and -2. Let's try another one. The first thing we're going to need to do, so I want an equation of a line parallel to the one given. So I need to solve for y. So I have -y equals, I'm going to move this over here, -2x plus 5. Divide everything by a -1. So I get y equals 2x minus 5. So if I want something parallel, I know that my slope has to be the same, and it's going to go through this point. So I'm going to plug it into, again, the point slope formula. When I do that, I get y equals 2x minus the x value plus the y value. I'm going to distribute the 2 to both pieces. Y equals 2x minus 12 plus 1. Therefore, y equals 2x minus 11 is my final answer. Last problem we're going to look at. So I have an equation, y equals 4. So let's go ahead and draw it through the y-axis. I have an equation that looks like this. So this is y equals 4. And I also have a point 2, -3. I need to find an equation parallel to this, and I need to find an equation perpendicular. So let's start with parallel. Instead of using the equation, I'm going to just draw it out. So if I want something parallel, I know that my line's going to look like this in green. It goes through the y-axis at the y value. So if I have parallel lines, I have y equals -3. Now let's look at something perpendicular. Perpendicular means it's going to create a 90-degree angle. So perpendicular goes through the x-axis at the x value, and now I have a line perpendicular to the given line.